CTV News at 6 with Hudson Mack.
Good evening. Thank you for being here. The man who was responsible for the crash on the Malahat in April of last year, spilling more than 40,000 litres of fuel into the Goldstream River, threw himself at the mercy of the court today. During a sentencing hearing, the court learned that James Smith was battling alcohol and depression at the time of the crash. CTV's Stephanie Sherlock reports.
A somber James Smith arrives at the courthouse expecting to learn his fate.
Simply that it was a very, very serious accident.
It was April 16th of last year when Smith lost control on an S-turn on the Malahat, plowing into a rock wall, dumping 42,000 litres of gasoline and 700 litres of diesel fuel into the Goldstream River.
He's grateful that nobody was hurt, and he recognizes how serious it could have been.
Witnesses say Smith had stopped in the Cowichan area to pick up a 12-pack of beer, only 8 of which were recovered in the cab after the crash. Now, investigators say that when he hit this rock wall, he was going more than 85 kilometers an hour, and after the crash, his blood alcohol level registered at more than 3 times the legal limit. Court heard Smith was battling alcoholism, having been a pretty serious drinker from the age of 16, and that the loss of his grandparents and a breakdown of his marriage contributed to depression.
Not unlike many of us in the community, when we are suffering from depression, we fail to recognize it and get the help until something very serious happens.
The spill had a devastating effect on the river.
Immediate effect was almost 100% kill,
disrupting a fragile ecosystem and nearly destroying the hard-fought, iconic salmon population.
We expect that there'll be reduced numbers of coho adults coming back. It's a long, slow process from a point of view of restitution and habitat restoration.
One that the company responsible is working hard to facilitate.
Columbia Fuels has been working very closely with us, as they have been with First Nations, to accept full responsibility for the spill and try and identify areas that may be rehabilitated as a result of the spill.
Both the Crown and the defense are asking for a conditional sentence for Smith that would not include jail time. He could also face a fine of up to $9,000 for the environmental damage. His lawyer hopes the judge chooses community service.
Perhaps with some stream rehabilitation or fisheries habitat work that will be able to will allow him to put back into the community directly that which he affected.
The players will reconvene in court next Thursday to set a date for sentencing. Stephanie Sherlock, CTV News.